It's Hilly and Hart.
Well, if you're out there playing the old dating game, there's some things you should know that could be, kind of deemed a big deal breaker, okay? 12% of people who are dating said, hey, if they saw a potential, date a potential mate on social media, and they were talking about their collection of action figures, that was their big hobby, that would be a deal breaker.
Oh, I was going to say snatch them up.
Wow.
Going the other way, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they're saying no. That's a no-go.
Gotcha.
Now, 10% of daters said, hey, if they're dating someone and they notice that person has a cracked phone screen, that's a turn-off as well.
Oh, come on.
Because it makes you seem cheap, clumsy, or careless.
That's so stupid. Really? You're going to make a judgment on a person because they have a cracked cell?
Do you have one or something, Hilly?
No.
You're getting very defensive over
I'm
there.
Just saying, that seems like a rather knee-jerk reaction to something that, And as far as the action figure, I'm telling you, it's like, to me, it makes a person seem kind of fun and whimsical and, so...
It depends. Are they spending all their money on the action figures, or are they actually doing things like paying their mortgage and paying their electric bill and things like that?
Although this is kind of the equivalent of if you've ever seen somebody's car and it's like a mess inside and disheveled and dirty. See, to me, I would kind of make a judgment on that because I'm figuring probably their life is disheveled and out of order, So
your car is disheveled, Hilly.
No,
what are you talking about?
I try to keep it as neat as I can.
No, it's not, though.
It's Hilly and Hart.
Well, we know the morning is really young. However, it turns out 1 out of 10 of us is going to spill something on ourselves after getting up today.
I'm the one.
And not just because it's Monday. Apparently, this happens every day.
It is, I did it over the weekend. I had a little soup, and I'm sitting there in my chair, and suddenly there's like a little bit on my shirt. I go, doggone it.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of a sloppy soup. It was delicious, but, it was like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
So, statistically, perhaps you'll be the one. 1 out of 10.
I was going to say, the husband and I joke, I haven't truly enjoyed a meal until I drop something.
That's one of my wife's
shirt.
biggest expressions. We'll be out somewhere, and she'll go, and there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what she'll say. I don't even have to look. I know what she's talking about.
And sometimes I'll joke, it's cool, the shelf caught it.
It's Hilly and Hart.
You know what we Americans really love a lot? Toilet paper. We use it more than any other country in the world. Toilet paper. And we insist that it's very comfortable and soft and high quality. We don't go for the cheap stuff. Or at least we don't like the cheap stuff. Sometimes
I'm just going for toilet paper.
No, I like ultimate comfort.
I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. If there's toilet paper there, then sweet.
They say we use 3 times more of it than any other country. Of course, we use it every day. Oh, I would certainly hope so.
Well, what I love is this says most of us use toilet paper every day.
Right.
What are the rest of y'all using?
Or are you? Now, see, we use it for
It really makes you rethink shaking somebody's hand, doesn't it?
It's true. We do keep it here in the studio, too, because I'm using it for blowing my schnoz.
Yeah.
As Aaron does, too.
We use it as Kleenex in here, yeah.
Exactly. So it gets double duty. But, it's funny.
Oh, and it also comes in handy as my tripod.
That's
when
right.
I shoot a video in here, yeah.
That's right. When you see a video with Aaron sitting here in front of the mic, a lot of times that is being held by
That's how I do it.
I will tell you, the worst experience, and you know exactly what I'm talking about here, is especially when you're, say, at work, and you're in the room, and you find need of that toilet paper, and you look at the spindle, and it's empty or near empty, and there's nothing behind you on the tank, and you start panicking,
Is that when you text your old pal Aaron Hart?
No. Well, first thing you do, we have a cabinet in the men's room, and I'm like, please, Lord, let there be something in that cabinet. The worst nightmare would be to open it and it'd be completely empty. No! At that point, yes, I'm going to ask somebody to throw something. Well, you can't even ask them to throw something in because there's no convenient way. There's no non-awkward way to do that.
Ooh, you'll have to get up and unlock the door.
There is always the hand towel dispenser, the paper towel. I'm just saying.
Then you better be taking out the trash with you.
Desperate times, as they say.
Yikes.
It's Hilly and Hart.
Don't know if you've ever heard the name Jean Calment, French woman, Calment. I've known about this for years, Aaron. This is somebody who, for decades, has been held out as the oldest human being ever, at least documented, okay?
You were saying you heard about her when you were, in high school?
Yeah, she died in 1997.
Okay.
at 122 years old.
Oh, geez.
Which is pretty amazing, right?
She hung in there.
You look at the Guinness Book of World Records, they mention her, et cetera, et cetera. Well, now they're raising questions about this.
Uh-oh.
There's a mathematician and a gerontologist, and he recently published a study saying that it might be a potential case of identity fraud. They're thinking Jean Calment's daughter, Yvonne, might have taken her identity to avoid paying inheritance taxes.
Oh.
So Jean supposedly died in 1934, and then Yvonne continued on as her. When Jean died in 1997, she would have been 99 instead of 122 years old. So
wow, okay.
there's a whole thing. It's rather scandalous, actually.
Well, yeah.
If you think about it. So I don't know. But meanwhile, in France, they're standing by. They're like, this is our girl. We cannot let everybody else outside France take away her claim of being the oldest. Oh, that's German. Sorry. The oldest woman in the world.
Well, this has all gone sideways.
My apologies to our French listeners this morning.
Yeah.
But there you go. So we'll see what happens. But everybody else is saying, not so sure about this. And France is saying, no, you can be sure. He's okay.
He's legit.